Okay, here we are at the Barbell Factory. So part of continuous improvement is working at the Barbell Factory. We have workers. They're sitting in the circle right here. They're going to make the barbells. We also have an inspector. Inspector, raise your hand. Come here. Let me show you something. Oh, goodness. You can only say these words. You can keep this if you would like. We also have a foreman. These are the only things that you can say, and you could be any kind, and you could be any kind of foreman you would like.
Okay, good.
Okay? The rest of you are workers. Under your chair, you have the materials to make barbells. Go ahead and pick those up. So here's your quota. You're going to have 1 minute to make 3 barbells. So over here, Jill in the pink is going to start. She will, when I set the time, you'll open your bag. You will take one piece out. You will either add to it or pass it to the next person, which is Alice in black. Alice and anybody else can either add a part, delete a part, or pass it on. So those are the only 3 rules. You'll get it from the next person. You'll either add a part, take off a part, and maybe add a new one, and then pass it on to, or pass it on to the next person. So it'll go all the way around. Kathy will be the last worker, and then you'll pass it to the inspector, and she'll tell you guys if you made a barbell. She'll either say you met specifications, or she'll say rework, and she'll pass it right on to Jill, and the same rules go all the way around. So we also have observers. Those are people that are going to watch the work. They watch the people working in the Barbell Factory. They have some say on what's going on, but they're not really doing the work of making the barbells. So in a minute, first, do you have any questions, workers?
Wait till it comes all around, don't start another one.
That's a good question. No, just keep making them, because you have to make 3 in 1 minute.
Right.
Yes. You cannot talk. Yes, you can talk. Sorry. Yes.
Make a barbell and then pass it?
So since you're the last person, you're going to pass it to the inspector, and then she's going to say meet specifications or does not meet specifications. Then she'll say, if it doesn't, she'll say rework and pass it around the circle again. Meanwhile, you'll still be getting barbells to make and passing to the inspector. It's like an assembly line. Any other questions? Ready? Jill, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, go.
Faster, come on, faster, Jill. Come on, Jill, you can do this. Oh my gosh. Alice, come on, faster, faster. Make the barbell, make the barbell. Is that a barbell? Jill, come on, you're holding everybody up. We have 3, we don't have 1 done yet. Faster, faster.
Rework.
Come on, Perry, what's going on? Snake bite? Huh? Come on. Move it, move it. Faster, faster, faster. We got that 3. How many do we have?
0.
We have 0. 0. Man, time is money, money is time. Come on, people, faster, faster. Make the barbell, make the barbell.
Rework.
Faster, faster, faster. Come on, rework. What's this rework? Quicker, faster. Alice, what are you taking apart? You put it together. Put it together. Come on, man. You're supposed to carry this. Come on, man. Come on, Cheryl. Come on. Why do I keep hearing rework? I need a barbell.
Time up.
That's,
Inspector, how many did they make?
0.
0.
Workers, how are you feeling?
Terrible.
Frustrated.
What kind of foreman did you have?
Good one. Handsome.
A loud one.
Good looking.
So, Inspector, show them what a barbell looks like. Come on, people. Everybody knows that a barbell is 1 green and 2 yellows. Everybody knows that. So in a minute, we're going to be a chance you guys to get to rework your system. You can talk about it, how you might rework it. You can ask the observers on the outside what ideas they might have, but ultimately you guys have to do the work. So if we like talk about hot button issues maybe in education, if I would have given you more time, like a longer school day, longer school year, would you have got the work done? What if you had a really nice foreman who was like really low key? Would that help you get the 3 complete? What if I would have like put an incentive, like paid you all $1 more? Would you have made more barbells or offered candy?
Yeah.
Right.
Usually do.
Oh my god. Okay, so what do you think is going to happen now that you know there's 1 green and 2 yellows? What do you predict?
We'll make more. Our data will increase.
You'll
Our
make more.
production
You'll
will
make more.
increase.
Do you want to ask the observers any of their ideas, or you want to rework first and then ask?
I need to ask the group for their green
So why don't you guys rework, and then we'll ask the observers in just a minute. We'll give you about 2 minutes to rework. There's also going to be 1 rule. You cannot pre-make the barbells. That's the only rule. You still have to make 3 in 1 minute.
We're good. She's got nothing.
So can we change the configuration?
Can we turn
There's
around?
only 1 rule, and you can't make them ahead of time.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys, we're facing each other, we're facing them back. So
Yeah.
maybe face each other.
Yes. That's the only rule is you can't do that.
There we go.
Can we go here?
Introduce yourselves.
That's the only rule.
There's only 1 rule, so
Okay, we can do whatever
No
we want.
pre-making.
you just can't pre-make.
Does Jill have to be the only one to start it? Because that would be.
Can we work in groups of?
Okay, observers, if you guys have any ideas, you can add them to the group if you would like.
Say go.
No,
We're reworking.
you guys can tell me when you're ready.
We don't need this one.
Nope.
We're ready.
We are?
Well, we know all we need is our green ones, and I'll start sending them that way.
We only need like 3, right?
Yeah, I have a lot of yellows.
Do you want any other help on your system?
Sure, observers.
What you have?
What you got?
Somebody said working in teams, so if one person has the green and 2 people have a yellow, and we just go.
I have yellows.
So instead, you just.
Okay, we're gonna start in 5 seconds.
You need some greens.
Me?
Alice,
we got
greens or yellows?
Do we still have to start here and go around?
No, there's only 1 rule.
Oh,
You can't
no,
remake
we can't
them.
pre-make. So we
You
can
can
do
only
whatever we
add
want.
one,
Oh.
add
I gave
one
Jill
thing,
all my
take one
greens.
thing off.
You ready to catch some stuff here,
Only
y'all?
1 rule now.
Oh, okay, only one rule.
So we're gonna start in about 3 seconds, but you guys all have to tell me when you have the 3 done. And then then we'll know, okay? Ready,
Yeah.
set, go.
Faster, come on guys, faster.
Done.
Just because you know what you're doing.
Okay, that took 4 seconds. So, hey, so last
My
week's group,
leadership, people, my leadership.
last week's group made 3 in 3 seconds. Do you guys think you can beat that?
Oh, yeah.
But we had 4 and 3.
All right, rework a little bit.
What if we,
I need some
2,
yellow.
4, 6, 8, we have 8 people, so can
Give me
we,
one of the greens.
everybody have one part and just put them together?
Here's another yellow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna, you hold that when she
And you
says
put a yellow
go,
and you put a yellow.
like this.
Wait, now I have 3 yellows. How did I have-
We're use multiple people to make one, so that we don't have to make 3.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Or if we have 2, 2, and
You
Here.
hold the yellow.
2, 2, 2. Yeah,
Half of
2,
it.
2, and
That may
2.
not be, yeah.
Switch sides. You go that way.
I got left out of
What am I
this
doing?
Those 3 can work together. You 3 work together, we can
Hey
work
guys, did you
together.
hear Diana?
So, no.
You could have half of it built. So you
No,
just
you
have
can't
to,
pre-build. Pre-make.
well, that's not all of it.
I think she
Right.
said you can't build the whole
You
thing.
can't put the
Right.
whole thing together, is that the only rule?
That was, I think, the rule, so do have.
Okay, try it.
Oh, look at that.
Thank you.
Just stick one on
Good
there.
observation.
Okay, on your
Just a
mark,
second. Okay, you ready?
I got another
Yellow's
yellow if
going on
anybody
top.
needs it.
get set, go.
Specification,
2.9 seconds! Okay, we just have some follow-up questions for the workers and for the observers. So what had to happen in our barbell factory to get those awesome results we just got?
We had to know what the specifications were before we could make.
We had to know what the barbell even looked like before we could even get going in that direction. What else?
Communicate and collaborate with each other.
Talk to each other, communicate, and collaborate.
boss yelling.
Yes.
It worked for you before.
Yes. So sometimes the workers know what's best, and not the people on the outside telling you what to do. Okay, and so what does that mean for our classrooms?
Well, the feedback was helpful, so like whoever inspected it and said, this is correct, had to talk back and forth with people creating the work.
And when we did the first round, you guys didn't even know you were wrong till the very end. Maybe a check in the middle would maybe have helped a little bit, or a check every so often would have helped with that feedback piece.
The assumption that we know that the kids know what we're asking them to do.
Clear
You know how to do this.
instructions.
Or they already have that skill.
And then what did that comparison do from the group from last week? Did that motivate anybody?
Motivated.
Okay, thanks a lot.